Good afternoon and welcome to the weekly Roundup, the latest and greatest show for your eardrums. I'm one of your hosts, Vince Vibes, giving you Vibing with Vince.
Dustin with Showbiz Spotlight.
And BS with Total BS, Fact or Fiction.
And little AS is here today.
I don't have a section, so I'm kind of just here.
Well, you can actually take over.
Do Anthony's.
Anthony's
Do you know about video
segment for the
games?
day. You know about video
I
games?
know some.
Just make up anything about video games,
Yeah.
and it'll be on par with
You are the
everything we
gaming
do.
temple.
You know what?
All you got to do is go on Instagram, find some gaming news, and toss it
I don't
out
even
there.
need. I can talk about a game that's having a movie this year.
There
Cool.
you go.
There we go.
We talked about the Minecraft movie 14 times last year.
14 million
so that's perfect.
times.
14 million.
We milked it dry. Water bucket release.
Didn't get any of that money, though. Almost $1
Freaking
billion.
Steve.
We didn't get one.
No. I am Steve. With no money.
Chicken
still.
jockey.
No money.
No money, chicken jockey. Which, fun fact, we were actually yelled at. Yelled chicken jockey while
Oh.
filming our movie Good Enough.
That's true. Well, you used to have a strong resemblance to Jack Black.
I used to have a strong resemblance to Jack Black. I've lost a lot of weight since that moment, and lost my hair, and have lost a lot of other things.
Now, he's not actually going bald. At least I don't think he is.
No,
I think
no,
he needs to just cut his hair shorter.
Yeah.
Wait, let me see. Turn around.
I don't know. I got a widow's peak.
He is going bald.
A little shiny,
Yeah.
a little
Oh,
shiny
no.
shine
That's
back there.
shiny.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
Unc attack.
Time to go to Turkey.
Yeah.
Oh,
Go to Turkey.
I hear it's
yeah.
nice this time of year right now. I hear that entire region is just a great vacation
It's a really
spot.
safe place right now.
No shade to Chris Jericho, but when me and my fiance met Chris Jericho in Sarasota, the first thing she said when we walked in the room, she looked at me and goes, "He's got a wig on or
wow.
a turkey replacement because African American people know a lot more about the hair and the wigs and the culture or whatever." And she walked in and instantly was like, "That guy's got a wig on. He's got the turkey replacement.
I know he
full on." He was like, called it out. I was like, "Well, don't say that too loud. Wait till after
Yeah.
we meet him.
Wait till after the meet and
Right.
greet.
Go up and tell him, like, I know.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
see.
Yeah, right.
He says, I see the lace.
Yeah, yeah, right. I don't want to be put in the walls of Jericho. I'm okay. But
All in a day's
We-
work.
on the day's work. We have a great show for you, like we always do. I'm vibing with Vince because I try to, start to step away from the football news, but the football news just keeps coming, and
Every
I
time
can't
you think you're
step
out,
away.
they pull you
It
back
pulls
in.
me back in, and we're leading into free agency, and we'll just talk about it during a vibing with Vince. What do you got today?
I have horrible news today.
Oh, God.
A show that I think was pretty popular, is a show that I like quite a bit, kind of rising in the ratings, has been canceled by the creators, and we'll talk all about it.
What about you, Total BS? What? Give us a little indication of what the story might entail.
Want a sampler?
Yeah,
Want a
want
teaser?
a
Something to draw
tease.
them in a little bit?
Right.
I got nothing.
Oh.
Oh,
So-
classic.
Or
It's
do
a
I?
weekly roundup
Or
classic.
Or
do
do
I?
I have a story
Oh,
that
okay.
could or could not be true that will be determined by everybody here at the table? And this will be little AS's first kind of introduction to Total BS.
I mean,
So
I've
I don't
been-
want to give it all away
I've been
just
in
right
the
at the
studio
open.
before, so I know how it works.
Yeah, you know
Well,
how the show works.
And
but
of course, you're a longtime viewer and listener
Longtime
of the
viewer,
program.
yes, of
on
course.
on YouTube, probably at the
yeah.
weekly roundup _1 is where you should be watching it.
Right. Or you can listen to us live right here on Live 365 Hawk Radio, Hillsborough College.
And of course, if you're tuned in on either of those, show a like, show a follow, give us a subscribe or something.
At the very least, drop an unhinged comment on our
Yes.
latest video. We
The
love
more-
those.
Did we
Yeah.
ever hear anything back comment-wise about the Butler situation
We
that we talked
What
about on that
did
one
There
show?
was a
not.
Butler
We did
situation?
not
There
get any
was.
Butler intel,
What
unfortunately.
Butler
and I think this is a
situation?
city that would have butlers.
Yeah.
You would assume.
There's got to be some butlers
You
around.
can't tell me that Tom Brady ain't living over there right off of the bay right there and doesn't have someone taking his coat saying, "Good evening, Saul,"
Oh, for
as soon as he
sure.
comes
Right.
in.
His
There's
wife-
no way.
His wife
He's
does it.
divorced.
Oh,
He's a
well,
yeah, right.
She dumped him because he
For
played football.
jiu-jitsu. Yeah,
and
for
went with
jiu-jitsu
the
guy.
personal trainer.
Yeah.
Yeah, you
Tom-
know, you
Tom-
got to watch
Tom
out for
Brady
their
a
personal trainers.
trainer.
Yep.
Yep.
Like,
This-
what if I hire
fair.
a really fit, handsome man to come to my house and entertain my wife when I'm not home? Sounds like a good idea. Let's get a personal trainer.
let me just bring a really buff man to my house. Nothing bad will happen.
Nothing will happen
Always
there.
a genius idea.
Always a genius idea, especially when your man is out of the house almost all the
time.
time.
Going around the world, not going to be back for a couple months.
And then when he's home, he's watching. He's watching film tape.
He's
Yeah,
watching,
watching
all
game
day.
tape,
Yeah,
and
for
he's going to
sure.
work out. So, out of that time that he's home, maybe an hour, maybe, and that's when he's just about to fall asleep, trying to find out how the day went.
So,
Shots fired, Giselle. The ball's in your court.
wow, we've called out multiple people in our intro today. We called out Chris Jericho. We called out Tom Brady's wife.
And Tom
Slandering
or
Brady.
people.
ex-wife. Yeah, we're just
And Tom
slandering
Brady
people.
himself.
And Tom Brady himself. I
Putting-
can
And
tell.
those lazy
I can
butlers that
tell
won't
that's
type a
plastic
comment
surgery, Tom Brady. Okay.
No, he just looks like that.
All right.
His
and,
face just did that.
That's not Botox. Jim Carrey's got. I can tell you that.
No,
That's-
Jim Carrey is clearly a clone. Much like they did with who? Who knows? Who knows? It came out in the files.
Oh, that was the presidential situation.
President Joe Biden, absolutely right.
And they also
Byron.
said that Britney Spears and Justin Timberlake.
Well, Britney did go crazy, but I feel like Britney saw behind the curtain, and that's why she went
I
crazy.
think-
Britney.
No,
Yeah,
think
they tried to
that's-
take her to the island, and she was like, "Oh."
No, they said that her and Timberlake are both clones and died in a crash.
Now, see,
Oh,
could be.
I have seen kind of the Britney Spears theory about that because they were saying that for a while they thought it was her sister, Jamie Lynn Spears, acting like her, but using like a mocap where they put the face of Britney over a mocap, and she was doing the dances, and that's why sometimes the movements don't sync up with the hair
dances are
and
very
stuff,
strange,
like with the knives and stuff.
Yeah.
So they think that there was a conspiracy theory for those
Which are
who,
always proven true these days.
which have
Not
been
always.
they've been pretty accurate so
99% of the
far.
time, I would say,
Pretty-
these days.
yeah.
But yeah.
That is
I'm just
how
waiting
the
on Planet
world
X. That's the only one that never
works.
came true.
That
Yeah.
is how the world works.
So are we doing music break or?
Yeah, we're gonna go right into.
I think he's trying to tease one up.
Nah, well, I wasn't trying to tease one of. That was from Bo Burnham's Inside, which is
Oh my god, I love Bo Burnham.
It's a whole song about how the pedophilic corporate elite run the world.
Okay.
Anyways, here's Billie Jean.
Good afternoon and welcome back. Hawk Radio Live 365 Weekly Roundup BS bringing us back after that music break with Billie Jean and Michael Jackson. And I guess now it is probably time for the one part of the show that's going to probably take up the most time because we always have the most conversation. And I'm saying that in a good way. Good way.
Actually,
we have great conversations with Vibing with Vince.
Actually, I only have two main stories here. Longtime Philadelphia sports fan, as pretty much every single person knows if they've ever laid eyes on me. Eagles are going into their off season, and longtime veteran player Dallas Goedert is officially on his contract year. And per reports by Matthew Berry, Dallas Goedert will be moving on from the Eagles in a way because apparently he wants to make more money than we are currently offering him. That's the rumor. And I honestly hope that we still get to re-sign Dallas Goedert. He's a key part of our offense. He's been a key part of the offense last year, especially being the highest touchdown scorer of the year. And this is just it's a disappointing turnaround to see from Dallas Goedert if he does decide to move on. But I gotta respect the hustle. I gotta respect the grind. But man, it hurts. It hurts the soul a little bit. If he moves on, but I can't shed a tear yet. He's not gone. He's not out of the house. Just like how Tampa Bay can't shed a tear yet definitively, but it sounds like next season Mike Evans will be playing with a different jersey on that is not orange, creamsicle, red, or white, because Mike Evans has just made demands for his next team.
Oh, I'm really curious to hear what his demands are.
Per Jay Fowler with ESPN, a quarterback he believes in, which I guess means he doesn't believe in Baker Mayfield.
Right.
A chance at a Super Bowl,
Oh.
which
Yeah,
he
had a
which
chance.
which he figures is not happening in Tampa Bay. A top shelf offensive coordinator, which I don't think he thinks Tampa Bay hired, and a promise of high volume touches,
I think I know where this is going.
which I'm guessing he was in a meeting and they told him, hey, you're going to take a lesser role this year and you're going to step back, and he probably didn't like that. So it sounds like Mike Evans will be moving on.
You know, that's a lot of tall talk for somebody who put up like 6 points a game in every fantasy game I had him in this year.
Well, I mean, like you said, when we were talking about it earlier today, he has been riddled with injuries for the last few seasons. He was definitively receiving 1,000+ yards every year for I think 11 years straight, 12 years straight. This is the first year he didn't reach 1,000 yards. And if he's healthy, he stays healthy, he can have a big, like another 1 or 2 big years, I think, in his career. But I kind of think we're seeing the decline. You see it with a lot of big time wide receivers. They'll stay with the team for a long time, and when eventually they'll move on, and more chance than not, they don't really tend to reach the level that they reached on the previous team. Just recently, I can think of Julio Jones, who was a great player for Atlanta, who after that went to Tennessee and a couple other places and hasn't really performed up to his standards. DeAndre Hopkins, when he got traded from the Texans to the Cardinals, played well with Kyler Murray for a couple years, but hasn't reached the potential that he has had since, being the star player that he was a couple years ago. Same thing with players like Odell Beckham Jr. You got to think he was a talent that got traded to Cleveland and was sent to die. But, we see it with these prime veteran receivers that they demand more, and they get it somewhere else. But that spot is not, the prime destination for them. But, Mike Evans, if there is a prime destination, there's a nice locker with your name on it in Philadelphia, because reports by Matthew Berry again says that the Bills and Eagles are possible landing spots for free agent Mike Evans, as both plan to be heavy in the bidding pursuit for him. And we could very much see a scenario where Mike Evans is wearing midnight green. So how do you feel about that? Two Bucks fans here.
I'm kind of torn, because 11 to 12 seasons in the NFL. Has he been with Tampa the whole time?
Whole time. Drafted by Tampa.
Oof.
So drafted by Tampa, that means he was here through the Super Bowl runs. He was here with Brady. He was here with Gronk.
Yep.
And he was here long enough to see the structural rebuild.
Yep.
Okay, so now 11, 12 years, so that puts him, 30s, 40s age-wise?
He's in his 30s, early 30s. I think
in his early 30s, coming off of a season, like you said, riddled with injury.
Dustin, get out there. You can do
That-
it.
I might be able to walk on.
That position doesn't get easier the older you get. The older you get, the more sore you get. There's guys coming up, putting up monster numbers in the NCAA, that if you go run the 40, yeah, you've got a ring, but they're faster. They have better hands, because the younger athletes today are way above athletes of my age, just by athletic ability alone. And yes, this is kind of going back to where we talked a couple weeks ago about the Seattle situation. Right. Who's going to go, who's going to stay. If you're putting demands out there like that, take a look at the Seahawks. Their receiver line is good. The Patriots, their receiver line is pretty good. Texans went through a rebuild about 3 years ago. They're going to be playoff contenders. They don't need to take a look at anything. Philadelphia, they're still trying to maintain what they had going to the Super Bowl about, 3-4 years ago?
2 years
wasn't
ago.
it? Yeah.
So not this year, but last year.
So they're trying to maintain the team and cohesion they have. The Bills are about to get run out of New York if they play good and drop the ball again. because they had a fantastic season last season, leading their conference, and then went to the playoffs and went down. So the Bills fans are tired of them. And I don't know if the Jets are even going to be the Jets with the way that their fan base is pushing back against them. When you have kids coming out of a game going, I'm not a fan, I was born into this. When a kid tells you he's born into being a fan of a team, those aren't any prospects that I would want to go. And to make the demands that you're making right there, man, good luck until Nashville, Tennessee's looking for receivers.
Yeah, exactly.
The Jaguars are looking for their quarterback to pass to someone.
So I think, this falls under two scenarios. I think he either goes out and tries to see, if the grass is greener on the other side, and if he doesn't get a contract that he likes, he'll resign with the Bucks. Or if there is a contract that he likes and, he feels the grass is greener, I think he's definitely going to hop over to the other side, whatever team that may be. But it looks like two longtime players for the Eagles and the Bucks are going to be leaving their teams very soon, and we'll see where they go.
Did you see the news about the changes in the Dolphins that just hit today?
What exactly?
Tyreek Hill is now being released.
Oh, yes, Tyreek.
And after, I think, last month, the Dolphins said that they were going to be looking for a new centerpiece quarterback, as they do not think Tua is going to be able to meet contractual requirements, so they may have to force his contract. So Miami is going to be going through some big changes. Maybe Evans just takes the 4-hour drive to Miami and starts trying to build a team there.
See, I don't think he's in the habit of building a team. I think he wants to walk into a place like Philly that's already built and just needs maybe another piece to maintain the greatness. Maybe he walks into a Kansas City Chiefs situation and with a healthy Mahomes and a Travis Kelce, maybe he walks into a scenario like you were saying the Texans wouldn't need him, but I'm sure they would want him.
I'm sure there's a possibility.
But
they have their core team. So who on the Texans is going to give up their starting spot that's in their mid-20s and has been with Texas and helped them build that team? Who's getting bumped there? So Evans comes in with his injuries.
Well, it would be a split carry with Nico Collins probably for wide receiver one. And you were also saying the Patriots, but the Patriots are another team where I think Mike Evans could very easily go to. Because I think they are looking for a veteran wide receiver to add. And as of an hour ago, according to Zach Gadsby with ESPN, the Patriots are monitoring free agent Tyreek Hill, who you just said got released not too long ago by the Dolphins. So I think that more likely than not, if they do swipe the move with Tyreek Hill, they won't go with Mike Evans. But if they don't land Tyreek Hill, you got to think that they still want a prime veteran receiver to be number one.
I got it different on that because I think for the Patriots, they need an offensive line. The Super Bowl exposed their offensive line and what those linebackers and D-line are doing across the. I would focus there, build that pocket to give that young quarterback more time because you've got some reliable receivers. You just have a collapsing pocket.
Well, that's what, you do one or the other in the draft and free agency.
Yeah.
You either go out and get a veteran free agent wide receiver, or you go out and get some linemen, some veteran linemen, and then draft a wide receiver, or you sign that veteran wide receiver, you pay your big money for your Mike Evans and your Tyreek Hill, and then you take a risk on linemen that you like in this year's draft and hope they work out.
Yeah.
So, there's a lot of moves that each team is going to make, and they're going to keep coming, and I'm going to try to do topics that are not football related, but the stories seem
Well, you did the Olympics last
right
time. That was out
I did
there.
Olympics and the alcohol sales
Also,
decline.
for the Olympics, congratulations, Alyssa. You did great.
Yes, we talked about that.
The controversy.
Yeah.
Was there ever a resolution to that? Did they officially label it as a performance-enhancing drug, or did it just kind of get its 5 minutes of TV and then disappear?
Oh, are we talking about where the
Yes.
coaches were giving stuff to the
Yeah,
to
so
the
they
long jumpers, yes.
Yeah, they never.
Oh, I'm talking about figure skating.
No,
Oh, no.
they never went down. And I haven't heard a report on it since they originally came out with
Yeah.
the big report. But maybe I'll have to research it and let y'all know on next week's episode.
I'd be curious if anybody
of
meddled
Vibing
because
with
of it.
Vince.
Have
And
fun researching that.
if
by the way.
you were if you were somebody who sold hydrochloric acid to these long jumpers,
Call
you
in.
probably
Oh.
wouldn't want to know what people you wouldn't want people to know what you did for a living. And here's I never told you what I do for a living by My Chemical Romance. And we
that's a cool
are
sound.
back. That is a
The
cool
headphones
sound.
back. I liked it.
No, I think they will stay down. And we will go to Mr. BS for your Total BS segment.
All right, let's take a look. So
First, if you're listening to us on Live 365 Hawk Radio, Hillsborough College, thank you for listening to us on there. If you're not, you can listen to us live on Mondays at 4 p.m. or check out the YouTube at the Weekly Roundup _1. We try to produce the episodes as quickly as they come out. But
And if you're not watching it on the YouTube, you're really missing out, I think, on a lot of the jokes and a lot of the fun edits that our
on
editor
prime
Anthony puts in.
content. Yeah, a shout out to Anthony who could not make it today. That's why
Aw.
little AS is in Anthony's spot here, and we're happy to have you on the show. And we'll get to your segment in a little bit, but first, Mr. BS.
all right, so this is the part of the show where I'm going to find something on my phone and read a news story that is either going to sound like total BS or is total BS. And we're going to have everybody here at the table try to figure it out.
Don't give the game away this time
Yeah,
when I get
yeah.
the right answer.
Is it real or fake?
Yeah,
or
I don't hear
BS?
hardly anything.
Oh, you don't
I
hear it?
I don't even
No, I
hear the
didn't hear
sound
it either.
effects.
Oh, I hear them in my head.
I think they're going
See
to
now,
show.
now I have sound. I got, I can hear myself now. So I'm
Okay.
not
God.
now I'm not blowing out speakers and stuff.
There you go. I can hear you.
So we're up
You
and
gotta
running.
I can't really hear anybody in mine, so it's okay.
Oh, I can hear it. This is kind of cool.
Yeah, this is nice.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
like it.
Now today's story
Mm-hmm.
is going to come from the New York Post.
Oh, I already maybe
we
believe it.
already know that.
So now, New York Post, and it involves Americana myths.
Oh,
Oh.
So-
The
Okay.
jackalope?
great.
Close.
Ooh.
So, from the New York Post, everybody is familiar with sewer gators and the tales of
Yeah.
New York City.
Yeah.
But here in Florida, in Oviedo City, Oviedo, Florida, a work crew was sent to examine a blockage inside of a metropolitan drain area.
I'm guessing there was gators in it.
When they went down with a drone, because it was so far underground and deep, they discovered a 5-foot alligator.
Oh, a my height
living
alligator.
A 5-foot alligator lodged within the sludge and everything, now bringing true credence to if there's metropolitan areas and water across the nation, sewer gator sightings are now expected to jump because they are now real things. Is that total BS or is that a true story?
Well, considering you were looking at your phone while you did, I'm gonna guess it's true.
I'm gonna guess total BS or half BS at least. I think this is a story that he took and then completely changed and
Because it
over
wouldn't be the first-
exaggerated on. Okay, I think there was too much information there to be true.
I understand what you're saying, but I don't see any reason that wouldn't be a thing that would happen. And I already assumed that was happening all the time, so I'm
Because
going to say true.
It would be. There's been sightings of gators in pipes and in like sewers before. So I mean, if it's
I
a
haven't
water,
seen no gator in
But,
my
If it's
pipe.
a
they were
water
always,
filled-
but they were always considered a myth. That's why the New York sewer gator is such a big selling T-shirt.
it's okay. So it's a dark hole with water in it. That's pretty spacious if you have the right one. Of course, gators are gonna hide in it.
All right, so that's everyone at the table.
Yeah, I think that
Yeah.
is.
That
The
story.
ghost of Kevin Spacey.
Oh,
Where's he
There
at?
he
He was watching me through the window the
he's
other
so
day.
creepy. I
He
hate how he
is.
watches.
I
He
didn't
just
like that.
spawned.
Go back to Tel Aviv.
But that
Oh,
story,
we can't say that.
that story is completely true, and it actually happened last Friday
I
when
told
a
you.
public city works team was dispatched out to try to figure out what was going on out there, and they
It's a
discovered
perfect-
a 5-foot sewer gator.
It's a perfect place for a gator to make a family, to have a family.
So
Not
now,
make a family. Let me just.
so now,
What happened to our economy? A working gator can only afford to live in the sewers with his family.
It's
now.
crazy, man.
not
I
even in the
know.
retainment ponds anymore.
Like not even in the pond itself anymore. You
They're
have to
deep
live in.
underground.
I know. They're hiding.
We're gonna evolve an eyeless gator soon that just only lives in the pipes.
and
And it
operates
just
by
slithers
thermal like
around.
Mole
snake.
gator.
They're gonna be like
It's
a
gonna
snake.
be like echolocation.
Legless gator.
Yeah.
So like when they hear people like walking above the ground, they can like stalk
They
out.
just snap their jaw shut. That's how they do the clicks.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And I feel like with that is a perfect segment into the death of something very, very near and dear to a lot of people's hearts.
Yeah, that's true. Again, I wish Anthony was in the studio today because I know he'll have my back on this. But pretty popular show on Adult Swim, Smiling Friends, has come to an end after only 3 seasons. Now these episodes are only about 11 minutes each, I think, too. So there's not a whole lot of this out here. And the creators, Zach Hadel and Michael Kuzak, they came out and did a video on the official Adult Swim YouTube recently. They said, "We're done. We're burnt out. We just don't want to keep doing this. We're tired of making this, and we don't want to get to be one of those shows that goes on for too long." You know, like I'm sure plenty of shows that we can actually go into talking about here. But it got me thinking. You know, that was probably one of my favorite new shows, canceled out of nowhere. It got me thinking about other shows
Moon
that have
Knight.
been canceled before their time. So I kind of wanted to go around. What do you guys think about that? You guys have any shows that come to mind when you think about a
So,
show that you like that just got taken away?
And to play devil's advocate here, is it that the show is being canceled too soon, or is it being canceled at the right time? Because if the show keeps going, the quality is gonna drop. And
That does happen. That is true.
And that
I mean, that-
happens all the time.
That happens.
I mean, look at Rick and Morty right now.
That's
Yeah.
that's the example I
that
was
show
thinking
should have
of, so.
died 4 seasons ago, 3 seasons ago.
Also,
All that being said, they still have 1 or 2 good episodes a season, so there's something to look forward to.
Also, on
But is it worth it?
the subject of death of like shows and show actress, as I should say, Catherine O'Hara currently
Yeah.
won an award last night. And they did the whole thing where they gave her like a 5-minute moment of silence, and one of her best friends went up and got the award for her.
That's very
That's
nice.
I'm gonna sound terrible. Who is that?
Catherine O'Hara, she played
the mom in Beetlejuice.
She played the mom in Beetlejuice.
like
and
the mom
and if
that's
you
sleeping
do-
on
if you-
Valium
yeah,
all the
yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah,
if
yeah.
you watch
There's a
if you
lot of
watch
other
Nightmare
stuff.
Before Christmas, she played Sally.
Okay. She was in
Home Alone.
Home
She
Alone.
played,
too,
she was in
that-
Home Alone.
yeah,
She was the
yeah.
Oh,
mom.
okay. She won an award for a show recently.
No,
She just
Like a
passed
lifetime
away.
I know.
achievement.
Yeah.
Probably
It
a
was-
lifetime
it was-
achievement.
Oh, okay.
it was at the I think it was like the Oscars or
Yeah.
Emmys, and it said that the
This happened
best
recently?
actor award goes to Catherine O'Hara, and there was a picture of her. So
Oh, okay, yeah, you're asking Showbiz Spotlight when the Oscars are. I couldn't tell you.
Yeah,
I
didn't
won't
they-
watch those things.
didn't they happen
for
last
her
night?
role in The Studio, which is a TV show.
Oh, okay.
Ah,
That's
Apple TV,
recent, I
yeah,
guess.
that is very
Apple
recent.
TV, always putting something out there.
I can't watch because I will never sign up to Apple TV.
I don't think anybody has.
Well, you're missing shows like
Oh man,
Severance.
I can't
think you're
believe I'm
missing
missing
Severance.
Ted Lasso. I'm
That got
so
canceled, too.
disappointed.
Hey, that was a question on the Hawk Quiz Bowl show. The answer was Ted Lasso.
I'll stick to American football. And
okay, nerd.
wow, okay, youngin. Okay, go do your algebra. Get out of here.
Hey,
bro.
You said that 3 times
Go
today,
do your
bro.
Get
algebra.
off my studio lawn!
Back in my day.
Uh,
Back in my day.
anyways, so is there any shows that you like that has been canceled that you're like, man, I wish it didn't get canceled?
No, not really. But there's a show that I'm watching that's coming out with a new season this year. So I don't really have any shows that have been canceled other than like Moon Knight. But those got canceled. But that got canceled a while ago.
I mean, that's
So-
still valid because
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think we
because
can
like
go
they were
back pretty
hyping,
far.
they were
We can go
hyping
back
up
pretty far,
season 2
'cause-
for so long, and then one day you just see them, it was canceled.
See, I hate it when they do that.
see because
You only got
Like,
one
get
season?
ready, get
We-
ready. You're gonna see Steven come for another season. Gone.
yeah. Well, from what I remember, it was issues between Disney and Oscar Isaac, the actor who plays Moon Knight, so that's why they canceled the show altogether. Me and Dustin were talking about earlier was Rome.
HBO's Rome. That was a good show. Only made it for
which
2 seasons.
Won awards and was well loved by everybody and got canceled because it was too expensive.
Too expensive.
To make.
I want to say they were spending like 10 million an episode, I think. I swear it was something crazy.
It was.
I can
something
fact check it if
outrageous.
you guys banter for a while.
But a couple shows that maybe got canceled a little too soon. I feel that maybe I don't know if Sopranos got canceled too soon, as I felt like the last season was unsatisfactory to the
Mhm.
ending of the entire show.
You know, I've just been watching The Sopranos, and I might be tripping. This might be a crazy take. I think, because I've seen it a few times, I think season 6 might be where the writing kind of stopped making as much sense. I think it maybe was like the weakest season. I used to
That's
think it was
what
the
I
best
said.
one.
Yeah, normally
Yeah.
the last season of things is where the
Oh,
directors
normally
are
so.
Yeah, because take Stranger Things for example. Like everybody, yeah,
Wah, wah,
it was
wah.
like everybody was like, oh, this season's gonna be so good, and then the
Who
ChatGPT
said that?
wrote it.
and then the writer divorced his wife who came up with all of the ideas, and the writing was horrible.
Shots fired.
It was a horrible season.
Got him.
And she's just talking about season 1.
It's always the woman in the back making it work while the men take the credit.
Okay,
Lame.
you got your woke trophy for the day.
Lame.
And yeah, I was right. $9 to $10 million per episode to make Rome. So
Per
yeah,
episode?
per episode.
Yeah.
That's
Dude.
crazy.
I would understand
can
like if
slide
it was
me a
like
milli.
that. I would understand if it was like that for like a whole season, but like per
Yeah,
episode?
no, they had to go to Italy. They had to build the sets. Like I don't know how many times they had to build the set every episode, I guess. But yeah,
Yeah.
that was a good example, I think, of a show that ended too soon. One that people bring up a lot online is Firefly. I don't know if you guys ever saw Firefly, but that was a
No.
one-season
Firefly.
show.
I've not seen Firefly.
Everybody always says, "Oh, they took it away too soon."
Mr. BS, what about you?
There was a show, I guess this would have been around 2005, 2006,
The good
that I
old days.
really enjoyed. It was called The E-Ring,
Mm.
and it was basically a true life of what happens in the Pentagon. So all the special operations teams and the missions they get and how that's coordinated within the Pentagon and then pushed out to the units and then dealing with Congress and stuff like that. It was at the height of like the Operation Iraqi Freedom, Enduring Freedom. So they were trying to put that into pop culture to kind of show a different side of military action. I really enjoyed that one just because it was so grounded and real with it. And that one just went away. And it was one of those that I would have liked to have seen more, especially in like today's climate, how they would have operated versus humanitarian operations or snatch and grabs and stuff like that. I would have liked to have seen more, but that was probably the one that I'm like, man, I just wish I could have gotten a few more episodes of that one.
And that was like a drama or like an actual like sort of documentary.
It was a
type thing?
drama.
Oh, okay.
So it was all based around dude comes out of active duty. He'd been downrange too many times, and they said you're going to go serve as like this operations advisor within the Pentagon. So he's trying to tiptoe how he would do stuff in a line unit overseas and in the field versus dealing with the politics of Washington, D.C. and the political generals who just want to get their seat on the Senate or on the defense board while still maintaining being a soldier and what those ethos are in that environment.
Oh,
There was a
okay.
lot happening, and it was just, to me, I thought it was a well played and shot show.
Yeah.
I would have liked to seen more of that.
I've got a pitch first, not to talk over. Before I
No.
forget though, I've got a
Yeah.
pitch for a show. It's a comedy, and it's the dominoes in the Pentagon. And you only learn about world events by how busy they get. They're like, oh god, we got to make 50 pepperonis. We're striking
Yeah.
China, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh,
You just hear
okay.
in the background. You see the general walking by.
The
Yeah,
rest-
there's bombs coming towards us.
The restaurant that gives the army the crab legs, like the show about
Yeah.
That's basically what you're saying.
Dude,
Yeah.
that's a real thing.
Yeah,
If you're sitting somewhere and all of a sudden the unit says, "Hey guys, we're having steak and shrimp and we have brand name soda for you," we're like,
I'm going
"Where
to
are we
war.
going?
I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
Are we going overseas or am I going on a 45, 60-day training mission?
Nope.
Because you're not spending money like that to give me good news."
I saw something,
No.
and there was something, and one of the soldiers was on base, and one of the people that gives the food gave her an extra lobster. So she already had one, she got another, and she was holding it in front of her, and she was like,
Bad news.
Yeah,
Bad
she was just like,
news.
oh my god.
My best friend is deployed in Japan right now. He's a security forces, and he's kind of worried. He's in the same spot as if he gets deployed, he's gonna be the first one, protecting the base
Mhm.
of whatever. They tend to make their main home for this war. And he's pretty much being fed pretty well, and might be in for tough situations here in the future.
That all actually takes me back. It reminded me of one of the episode 1 or 2 of another show that I kind of wish would have went longer, even though it was a limited series, Generation Kill. If you guys did you see Generation
Yes.
Kill? When they bring him the pizza, they're about to light up the pizza delivery guy.
We used to, because you could get the knockoffs over in Iraq. So there's no copyright laws over there. So you get some dude with a little handheld. We were watching Generation Kill while we were sitting in tents with a laptop plugged into a generator, and we're like, man, it's pretty accurate. They've got some good advisors on their team.
That was a really good show. That was a limited series, but I would have watched another season. You know what I mean?
It's always interesting because if you look at military entertainment, you get one of two. It's either Band of Brothers good or Generation Kill good, or it's Jarhead bad.
You didn't like even the first one?
I did not like Jarhead, and I did not like the one with the EOD specialist.
Oh
Hurt
my
Locker,
god, the Hurt Locker. Yeah,
Those-
I've heard every veteran that watched the Hurt Locker hates it.
pretty much.
How do you feel about American Sniper?
How do you feel about American Sniper?
I haven't read it or I haven't watched it, but I did read the book, and there's I got to see how I'm going to say this. There is I'll just call it what it is. It's an epidemic in the veteran community. Somebody's story is not cool enough, so they have to embellish the story.
Mhm.
They have to. American Sniper.
It's the Tim Kennedy effect.
Yes, and he's the most recent one, but even American Sniper came under fire for the same, exaggerating his shots and exaggerating his positions, and then using that when he came back stateside. Those are the claims that have been made against the estate of him.
That's what Jesse Ventura said.
At the same time,
Baja soda.
at the same time, it's really hard because it's the cool vet factor. If I'm guilty of it. I'm wearing sunglasses inside and I've got my camouflage hat on talking about military stuff. But when you start using these stories for such monetary gain, there's such a public spotlight that gets put on you that every little bit of your past is open record. They can find your military records. They can find the people that you served with. Fact checking doesn't just happen on Facebook.
Yeah.
You know, you get that guy in the bar. We can listen to someone in the bar. I'll be like, yeah, he was a supply guy. He's talking way too much about what he did and how cool he was while he was in.
Yeah.
I think I know who you're talking about.
And there's a lot of infantry guys that if you talk to them about the Battle of Fallujah when they were there and the things that they saw and did, they're very quiet. They're very reserved because they don't want to relive those memories. For the guys who are bragging so loud about the most horrible time of your life, then it doesn't really affect you that much.
Mhm.
So if it's not affecting you that much, why are you talking about it so openly? It's a weird, the veteran community is a very weird community because we will raise a veteran up faster than anybody. Black Rifle Coffee Company, 9 Line T-shirts, Rogue American Apparel, freaking Grunt Style. But the minute something happens, we're the first to eat each other. Oh, I knew he was full of it the whole time, and I called him out on my podcast 6 months ago. Go back and listen. Give me another 2,000 bumps.
Right. Yeah.
So it's a very fine line to walk being a veteran. And I need to watch that movie, but I also know that Hollywood likes to Hollywood and creative liberty is a thing.
Yeah.
Hey, I know that your vehicle was blown up and you said there was one guy on the hill. What if there was 6 or 7 and it was a full 360
Good
ambush,
stuff.
6, 7? You did it to me again. And I was on such a smooth run with that one. That's 2 weeks in a row just smirking. You got me with it.
No comment.
But it's like they take that creative liberty to say, what if your life was in even more danger?
Mhm.
You would look more heroic if they look this way. Because in your book, you say you don't know which way the fire's coming from. You could have had multiple shooters. Did you see that? No, then that's what we're going to go with. So it's weird. It's almost like trying to make a movie, since we're still in the entertainment spotlight. It's like trying to make a movie about Greek times or Roman times. You can't make anything too fantastical because all the historical nerds are going to come out and say, that's not the armor they wore.
Yeah.
That looks
I-
ridiculous.
That's what's happening with
I don't
the
like
new
that.
one.
Yeah, the
I can
Odyssey.
say
Odyssey.
that I have been
Oh,
that
God,
person.
here we go.
I have been that person before because there was a World War II movie on Disney. And it was
What?
There was a World War II movie on Disney, and I here am a
What's-
huge World War II nerd. I love reading about the Battle of the Bulge and all of that.
What's the Axis greatest ally? Disney.
No, because I just got done
True
watching
enough.
I just got done watching Hacksaw Ridge, and I was like, I wonder if there's anything else, and I wasn't gonna watch Band of Brothers again because I've already watched it many times, and I went on, like there was barely anybody casted. There was like the uniforms were. You can ask him. I went out into the living room and I was like, I just got done watching this movie. I hated it. It was so inaccurate. I want to cry.
Well, at least you didn't have to sit in a class where they were teaching you modern history and
I don't have any part of those.
had showed you Fallout power armor and proceeded to tell you that's what the Soviets wore in the Cold War.
I mean, to be
What?
fair, were you there?
I mean, I was not at
It
the
could just be
Cold
Western
War.
propaganda that they didn't develop power armor in the Soviet Union.
I don't think they had Fallout power armor from Fallout 3. I know that.
What do you think they were developing there at Chernobyl? They were trying to develop power cores.
Well, speaking of games, when we come back, it'll be, the gaming temple
Yes.
with little AS taking over the realms.
Yes.
But I want to say thank you for any soldier who makes a sacrifice for our country. We do appreciate it, and we do honor the troops here at the
Mhm.
weekly roundup.
We do.
Here is the sacrifice by Weekend. And just like usual,
Oh, that's a nice sound.
and we did it again, and just like usual, we only have 5 minutes for your segment, Autumn. Go, 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 go!
Okay, so I am apparently taking over the gaming segment of
Gaming
today.
temple.
Oh,
And okay, guys. And there is
She doesn't understand the boots that she's walking in right now.
I don't. And
Respect the guru's ground.
I have 5 minutes. And there was a very popular game that is getting turned into a movie and is coming out this year. It is called The Backrooms. It first came out on May 12th, 2019, and it slowly gained popularity around mid to late 2019, and it is getting a movie on May 29th this year.
Now, is this before or after Skibbity Toilet gets their movie?
This was
Ah,
this
forgot
is
about that one.
before, and if anybody doesn't know what the Backrooms are, it's technically like a video game that's kind of like analog horror, and like there's all these different rooms that you have to try to escape, and every room has a different difficulty. So like there could be one room and you can get out really easily, and then there would be another room like right after that would take like days to get out of. And it is, while it is kind of like a challenging mindset game, it also makes you uneasy. there was a community, and there still is a community called Creepypasta, and they technically.
I remember that from my.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep, and there's a community called Creepypasta that I can admit I used to be a part of, and it
You look
technically
like you're still part of it.
I probably am with how excited I am for this movie, and it was a community where everything uneasy and creepy was heavily celebrated, and everything from horror all the way to gothic was very celebrated. And you can look up Creepypasta and you will find like Momo. There.
I remember.
Oh, Ted the Caver.
Yep.
Is that where Slender Man came from?
I
Was
think that is where
creepypastas?
Slender Man came
Slenderman.
from.
Yeah.
Slenderman.
Jeff the Killer.
I can
Yes.
tell Jeff, yes. I can tell you I used to have a chronic fear of going into the woods at night because of Slenderman.
I think that's just evolution. Why are you going into the woods at night?
How are you?
and
Well, hold on.
I just
Look at the
anything
childhood of you had. You know where
And,
you've gone. I need to go walk in the middle of the woods.
It's
at night.
crazy. I was in the woods midnight and I was a little scared. I don't know. I might have a
No,
disorder.
I mean just like in
I heard
general.
rustling in the woods.
I mean just like anything in general at night, which is like a very common thing. Like closets used to scare me so bad. That's why I picked the one room in the house that doesn't have a closet, and it is supposed to be an office, but I renovated it into my room.
Tom Cruise is also afraid of closets.
Yeah,
I
and
am.
John Travolta
every
too.
time, every. Did you say John Travolta?
Yeah.
I got y'all. Y'all want some John Travolta? I got you.
Oh, you got some John Travolta news?
No, it's not
Is
news.
Travolta in a game?
No, don't
It's
play
not
it.
news, but if you want
Don't
something
start
John
firing it
Travolta,
up.
I got you.
Now I got
We've been calling out celebrities all.
We
all
have.
All right. No.
as the I guess kind of the grandpa and the OG at the table. Is this like just a virtual escape room with like ghosts skittering around
Okay,
you?
so
Is
technically,
that what I'm
yeah.
doing?
technically,
Tell us, youngin.
so technically, it's supposed to like. So it's first person,
Mm-hmm.
and you're trying to like clean out these things, and you're trying to. Technically, you're trying to get information for stuff, and you kind of like get locked in the first level, and there is like an entity following you, and it is like an endless thing of yellow walls, and it's like a maze, but there's no end to it. So you're kind of just walking around trying to stay safe from the entity that is following
Wall, the movie.
Games used to be fun.
They
you.
did.
This is fun. This is a really
Remember
fun
sticking a
game.
plasma grenade to a grunt and
Right.
he'd run back
You
to his
remember
commander? That was fun.
You remember
No.
lassoing up somebody in Red Dead Redemption and putting them on the train tracks?
Yeah.
And-
No,
oh,
that's
yeah.
fun.
It is very. It can. Okay, so when it first came out, it wasn't very popular until like more YouTubers such as like Markiplier and like PewDiePie and everything, Jacksepticeye started playing it, and then everybody was like, "Oh, this game is kind of cool," and everything. And now, since it has been such a big part of technically my generation and the older versions of my generation, such as my brother and my sister, it has been a very, how do I say this? Impactful thing on the generation, because
Okay.
my generation, that's why I love paranormal stuff. It's because I grew up with creepypasta and all that,
Mhm.
and I'm trying to convince my mom to like take me to a haunted place, because I have.
Oh, you should do the downtown Tampa
I
haunted
know,
ghost tour.
yes, yes,
You
and
could
but,
Do the
get
one from
one-
Tampa Bay Tours. That's the best one.
but I
I
also
hear you could get a good deal if you know somebody.
like it's not only
They
that.
think inside the Cuban Club.
But it's not only that. Like, I want to go to places where it's not a tour. You can actually stay. You guys are going to hate me for this, and you're going to hate it, but I want to stay a few nights at the Conjuring house, where Annabelle was first located and where she was originally located after she went on her world tour.
I see you shaking your head
you
over
know,
here, Dad. You don't want
he
to go to the
hates it.
Conjuring
He
house?
hates
There-
paranormal stuff.
No, I'm pretty sure there's no such thing as ghosts, so you should be
18
okay.
Coming in your future, so I think that might
Yeah.
be something
And also,
to
you
do
can
for
do it with your
your
family.
18th birthday.
You don't even have. But also, the Cecil Hotel. If the Cecil Hotel wasn't like a huge place for like drugs,
Is that the one from The
stuff-
Shining?
Is Yeah, it's technically. I haven't really.
Is it?
It's
You
what
want to
it's
go
based
see it,
about
but
what
you
it's
don't know.
it's what it's based off of, yeah.
I want to go to the Cecil Hotel because that hotel has a ton of history surrounding it. It was big in like it was big around the Great Depression, and like a lot of serial killers such as Richard Ramirez located there. And it is reported to be one of the most haunted places ever recorded, along with the Queen Mary, which was a ship, medical ship in World War II. So a lot of like soldiers died there, and it was also a tour ship for like if you wanted to go. It was technically like the Titanic, saying like a twin of the Titanic, but it didn't sink. So you can now reside there, and you can now spend a few nights and also get tours if you would like it. Very cool.
Torture, maybe.
No,
Hey, maybe.
Hey,
You have to pay extra for that.
you gotta pay extra for the torture. And
you got there's
by
like
the-
a
by the
certain
haunted
room
ghost.
with all the ghosts in it that you.
If it isn't the
I
ghost of
think that's that
Kevin
place next to
Spacey,
us.
I don't want it.
Yeah, where is he?
I
know
he's
he's
gonna pop
lurking
up like
somewhere.
behind me or like on the other week
That's
when he
what
was
he
right outside. He
does.
was right outside the window over my shoulder, and
He's
it just
looking in.
He's always
Sometimes you have to
uneasy.
kill him with
Always
kindness.
watching Mike Wazowski. And that was
always watching.
when does that movie come out?
It comes out on May 29th of this year.
Something to look
Ah,
forward
there
to,
you
no
go.
doubt.
Something
I am
that we can
going
talk
to
about.
beg my brother to take me to it, even if it's a horrible movie.
There you go. And that was pretty much our show, the weekly roundup.
That was it.
Back at it again. And we'll be back next week for another great show.
All right, guys. Bye.